I used to have a recurring dream going through religious procession, which gave me numinous hope and joy as I woke up. So much so that I planned a pilgrimage to the Philippines to recreate the experience as they appear in my dreams. On the 11th of February 2026, I decided to join the grand procession of Our Lady of Lourdes at her shrine in Quezon City, in spite of my difficulty walking due to my foot pain. I started walking with the Lady of Lourdes behind me, and as the band started playing a traditional Marian hymn, my tears started to flow as I remembered the recurring dreams and the message that these were telling me about the journey that I should continue. Walking in pain in the procession is nothing compared to Christ's journey to the cross. Embracing this journey brings luminous feelings that made me weep. Then suddenly, the foot pain was gone. Then I remembered that the Lady of Remedies appeared in my dream. And here I am, reminded by her image as the Lady of Lourdes of the healing that I was experiencing. The healing of my foot pain was just a symbol of a greater healing that took place in me. The healing of a broken heart, which found solace and forgiveness, a healing of my soul, and a rejuvenated spirit, a healing that took place because I embraced the shadow of sufferings. I never imagined that the procession lasts for about 3 hours. I was tired and exhausted, but my joy overflows, and no more foot pain. My pilgrimage continues by visiting churches and other pilgrim sites. Unexpectedly, my family brings me to an excursion towards the Hundred Islands. The 8-hour drive was a grueling experience, inasmuch as the 3-hour walking through the procession was. Yet instead of complaining, I reflected on the meaning of this journey. Indeed, life is a journey. In the path as we travel, patience and perseverance are needed to get to our destination. I completed the procession and felt satisfied, and the journey continues. We took a banca to reach the Hundred Islands. It reminds me of the song Mother of Christ, where it mentioned of a journey through the rough sea. And then I saw a giant statue of Our Lady of Assumption. This brings me to mind the Lady of Assumption in my dream. This was the second time that I saw the statue of Our Lady of the Assumption during my visit to the Philippines. The first time was during a visit to the parish of Our Mother of Perpetual Help in Project 8, Quezon City. The Assumption of Our Lady has become a symbol for me of a glorious transformation. It was a reminder for all of us of Mary's obedience to God, which in the final end was honored with her Assumption to heaven. The Assumption is a symbol of hope that after all the difficulties encountered in our journey, we shall reap our own transformation to glory. I must put all my trust in God and pray to our Mother, assumed into heaven, to intercede for us, that the Spirit of God continues to dwell, to inspire, to give us the zest, perseverance, and courageously pursue our dreams. One luminous experience I had during my visit to the Hundred Islands was my encounter with the statue of the Sorrowful Mother seated with her son reposed in her lap. Contemplating on this image reminds me of the story of Jesus' passion and dying on the cross. This brings me back to my dream of falling into the mouth of a volcano, which symbolized my own sufferings in my life journey. The image was a reminder of the always present perilous path in my journey, where I ended up lost and confused, just like how I felt in one of my dreams where I wandered away from the procession and got lost. Now I got what the message of my dream was telling me. I must be mindful and put my trust in the Lord, who would never abandon a sheep that went astray from his flock, searching for me to bring back to his arms, my good shepherd. Lost in the crowd during the procession seems to be one of the themes in my recurring dreams. Being lost symbolized my shadow, giving me a sense of confusion as I tried to find my way back towards the procession. My dream was telling me to confront my confusion, to take courage and find my way back to the path of the journey. prayers and contemplations, getting in touch with my unconscious to find the symbolic meaning of every encounter I had in my pilgrimage helped enlighten me towards what my heart desires, believing that what it desires is driving me towards the numinous goal. Most enlightening were my encounter with former colleagues in the church, praying and contemplating with my brothers in the hermitage, and the discernment and commitment we made to keep us focused in our journey. On the night at the end of my pilgrimage, I dream of myself getting off a train, walking down the station towards an altar of Our Lady. With bouquet of roses in my hands, I offer those flowers at her altar. I remember that night before I had this dream, my brother from the hermitage visited me and discussed about the future of the hermitage. I told him of my intention to embrace the vows inspired by his zest and willingness to answer to the call of the priesthood, and the excitement of my former co-ministers in the church welcoming and encouraging me. Yet my unconscious was uncertain, with a shadow in my dream appearing as an old woman and a man yelling and invalidating my intentions. Their yelling symbolized my fears of being questioned because of my past actions and beliefs, which I decided to forego. I fought back to defend myself and walk away. I heard the message, and with courage, to face the adversities without being scared of the past, for it was in the past that the call started.